All right, so part two of the puzzle. What we have to do first is get the border. So we've done that. You go throughout. I still got a piece missing right there. It might be in those blues, but we'll check again. We did the border. Now, after you do the border, let me go this way. It's kind of looking like the flat Earth. Ooh. But you start separating colors, as you can see here. Separate colors over there, separate colors over there, separate colors over there, so that you can then connect um, those colors, because obviously it's a um, puzzle, and the indicators of how the puzzle goes together is by color. And there are other type of puzzles, obviously, but this particular puzzle is by color and shape. So now, with um, the puzzle, as we go into the deeper meaning of discovering a puzzle and putting things together, you got to use logic and rationale. Now, sometimes you got to take the pieces that are given to put it together to see the pieces that you're missing. Or you have to combine all the pieces that are alike that you have. So then once you start seeing the bigger picture, as they say, you could then have a bit more insight. So you don't have to look at the picture to do a puzzle. The picture is only in case you get too riled up at your defeats. Because in every puzzle, there is going to come an immediate defeat and a delayed defeat. You have to overcome the want to quit. You gotta keep going, um, strive harder, more dedicated, more detail oriented to pinpoint how the pieces go together. So I'll give you an example of this in the real world. So just heard a deal about you know population growth, and I talked about this before. Um, some of the things that they do for the the winters, the diversity winners or whatever they call it, demographic winners. There it is. So when the demographic winners are here, the population or the uh, babies are not being born at a rate that's adequate to sustain certain growth or just sustain numbers in general, then you start seeing things um, to counteract that. Now we have propaganda, but we also have suggested um, theories and suggestions. And I keep pausing because I'm going in my mental. If you could see me, it'd be like, oh, okay, he's trying to think of the word to say, and I am because right now I'm drawing a blank. But the the most recent thing I talked about was um, about the porn industry and the incest or taboo porn. But I also want to bring your attention back because there's a valid point here is um, 16 and pregnant or teenage mom or whatever it was. I think it was Teen Mom, right? So this it's funny because Teen Mom was basically making pregnant young girls famous. Oh, you're a teen mom, you're about to be famous for being pregnant at a young age, right? So, what benefit does being pregnant at a young age have for the agenda? So, we'll dive into the pieces here and we go, all right, so the population numbers decrease faster because people are waiting to have babies. They want to get their career off the ground, they want to have fun. All right, if we glorify having teenage pregnancies, then that would in turn produce more teen moms, making a culture of teen pregnancy. So obviously, in the black community, there has always been a teen mom or some kind of younger um, mother ever since maybe the 80s. But these came out in like the 2000, early 2000s, 1999 type of deal. So because of that, um, you see that this show was recently, I mean, this show was just really talking about white girls. They might have had a couple tokens in there so they can say they were inclusive, but MTV has not always been so. So we can't just let them fake the funk. You know, they did to Michael Jackson. But Teen Mom being something that glorified teen pregnancy to increase teenagers having babies. Because even though they had some problems on the show, they really had fame and fortune due to being pregnant. And it definitely was, in hindsight, part of the bigger agenda as they knew these numbers were estimated. So, or not the estimated numbers, but the estimated growth in other demographics. So, to counteract that, you know, if it wasn't one thing, it was another type of deal. You know how that go. But just wanted to lay that knowledge on y'all as I'm doing this puzzle still, and we'll come back when the puzzle's filling out a bit.